How's it going, y'all? I'm back with another story. I got a little something extra at the end if you stick around for the story. I want to thank everybody who's liked and subscribed and leaves the comments, and just really appreciate it. Do me a favor and hit that like button, though. You know, I'm getting way more views than I am likes, and the likes is what helps the channel push forward. I do appreciate everything, though. But anyways, I got a story for you with a little treat at the end that I put together. I think you'll like it. It's pretty good. I think it is. Anyways, here we go. So this story is about me and my little brother rabbit hunting. So we was pretty little when we started rabbit hunting and squirrel hunting, stuff like that, you know. And we had both got new 22s. Now, they wasn't brand new, but they was new to us. And they were the Remington Nylon 66 22s. Semi-automatic. We had the brown one and the black one. I think he had the black one and I had the brown one. Could have them mixed up. I can't really remember which one was whose, because we both kind of shared them anyways, you know. But we were good with them 22s. I mean, we practiced a lot with them 22s and we got good. We could hit anything we wanted, 0 to 50 yards, open sights. I mean, we was good with them. Well, we'd done so much practicing that we run out of ammo, and we kept trying to get our mom and dad to buy us, you know, ammunition. And finally, it got to where they was getting tired of doing that. It was costing a little bit. Back then, money was tight, y'all, you know what I mean? This was back when we was just little kids. Well, where we lived in a big 2-story house on this hill. Had some fields around us, you know, that had cattle in them, and then big old patch of woods. Whoa, I'm knocking stuff over here. Big old patch of woods, and so we done a lot of hunting right there around the house. I mean, I'm talking like hundreds of acres all around us to hunt. So we found this little ravine or valley, or, well, it wasn't really a valley because it wasn't that big. It was more like man, what would you call that? It wasn't more about, you know, like 12 foot deep, but it was full of briars. It was kind of like a washout, I guess. Guess you could call it a washout, but it was pretty deep and wide. It was full of briar patches, I mean, and blackberry bushes, right? Just full of them. And gooseberry, too. Gooseberry bushes out there, too. And there was a lot of persimmon trees that were growing up on the top edges of this thing. And I remember that because there was always deer out there eating persimmons. But anyways, we went to church every Sunday and every Wednesday. Well, we was at church trying to figure out how to make some money to get some bullets, and we was talking about it, you know, and there's these older guys there, which, you know, they were old timers. They were like older guys. But like my age now. But anyways, they were sitting there listening to me and my brother and our buddies. You know, we was all talking about picking up walnuts and uh, mowing yards and just, you know, trying to come up with any picking weeds out of gardens, anything we could do to make a buck so we could buy ammunition to keep shooting these 22s. Well, finally, one of them old men interrupted us. They were like, hey, boys, come over here. You want to earn some money? We're like, yeah, we're trying to earn money so we can get bullets for our 22s, you know. Yeah, we heard. We was listening. So what they did was they made us an offer. They said they'd start buying rabbits off of us for $1 a rabbit. Well, back then, $1 would get you a box of 50. Okay? So, if you do the math, it takes one bullet, take out an old rabbit. You got 49 left, so it's buy one, 49 free. Right? So that's a good deal. And we knew where a bunch of rabbits was in this little draw, draw, I guess. That's probably a good description for it. But it was full of briars, right? So it wasn't easy to get through, and nobody had a rabbit dog or any kind of dog, bird dog, coon dog, nothing. We didn't have a dog to run up in there, chase rabbits out. So, me and my brother, we had to start taking turns. Well, at first, it was pretty fun. At first, we wasn't real sure about how to do it, right? Because we were little. We weren't expert rabbit hunters or nothing. Our dad gave us some advice, you know. He's like, basically what you're going to have to do, guys, one of you's got to hit the brush while the other one watches for the rabbit to come out. He said, now, when you see one run out, he said, stop moving. He said, that rabbit will stop. He said, and if you just walk real slow and take your time, he said, that rabbit will let you get pretty close, so you'll be able to get a good shot on it. We're like, all right, right. So, you know, at first, naturally, first 3 or 4 rabbits, we do it all wrong. We get excited and just open up and start trying to shoot the rabbits, you know. So eventually we figured out we had to listen to what our dad said. And so what we would do was rock, paper, scissors to see who had to go in the brush. And then after that, we just took turns, right? Well, we got pretty good at this, and we got good enough to where we was like calling the shot. Like where we was going to hit it, right? Me and him, eyeball. I'm going to shoot it through the ear, and then I'm going to shoot it in the head. You know, stuff like that. I remember there was quite a few rabbits running around out there that had holes in their ears. Looked like someone run up with a paper punch and just boop. I'm not kidding. And because sometimes when you shoot them through the ear, they take off running. You didn't get another shot, right? So then that means you missed. But eventually we'd kill the rabbit. And because we'd always take off after them. But we got pretty good at it. We got pretty good with them little 22s. I mean, we could hit anything with them. Well, the problem is, when you get that good and you got these guys at church, oh yeah, by the way, so we started bringing rabbits to church to sell to these guys. Before you know it, there's other people at church that are wanting fresh rabbits. So we actually start this rabbit fever thing. Everybody's wanting rabbits, so me and my brother, we're shooting rabbits every day after school. We're going rabbit hunting. Now this is all during rabbit season, you guys, naturally. But during rabbit season, we're going rabbit hunting every day after school, and usually first thing Saturday morning. And we would take a cooler full of rabbits. And my dad would help us. We'd skin them and get them all cleaned up. Then he'd put them in salt water and stuff in baggies and put them in the freezer, freeze them. And yes, it'll freeze. So, anyways, we we start this market, right? We're selling rabbits at church, man. You know, $5, $10 every Sunday, sometimes more. Well, it got to where that little gully behind the house, there wasn't no rabbits in it no more. We'd hunted them all out of there. And then any other ones that were very close at all that we could just walk to, little briar patches and stuff, we thinned out the rabbits pretty good right there around the house. So we had to start kind of venturing out and going across the road on the neighbor's property because he had the same kind of property. He had little gullies that were full of brush. And man, for a couple rabbit seasons in a row, couple years in a row, we was feeding everybody rabbits in the little town we grew up in at our church. Well, then eventually we hunted it out. We didn't have rabbits nowhere for quite a few years after that. We we hunted them out pretty hard. Naturally they come back. Rabbits always bounce back. Yeah, they always make a big recovery and come back. That's a good staple meat right there is rabbits. Not enough fat, but it'll make a turd. So, anyways, we hunted them out. So we started squirrel hunting, and we had that venture for a little while till we got tired of cleaning squirrels all the time. But which reminds me, I'm gonna be putting a video together. I'm gonna set that conibear trap on that platform that I made. Um, I gotta watch the weather. I can't be setting it up when it's really hot outside because if I catch something and it's there for more than 30 minutes, it's gonna spoil because it's too warm outside. And I don't have a way to just sit there and watch it. I can't do that. I have other stuff going on. So I couldn't. I probably can set a camera up though. I might be able to set a camera up to where I can watch it live. I don't know, but I'm trying to get worked around the weather. And then we got a lot of rain coming, so I don't know. But I got the plan: catch, clean, cook, squirrel, trailer hood campsite. It'll be a good one. And if I got enough footage of just doing that, probably won't tell a story. But if I think that the catch, cook, and clean part ain't long enough, I might tell a little story. I don't know. Just depends on how I feel. It's my channel. I'm a grown man, so I can do what I want. You heard me? But anyways, good times squirrel hunting, good times rabbit hunting with my little brother and them little Remington nylon 66s. I'd like to have another one. I really would. I wish I could get another one. And I could. I could probably find one somewhere. I don't think they're too bad expensive. Back then they were $100 a piece. I remember that. Because my dad made sure he told us. That was a lot of money back then, you guys. $100 a piece. They dropped 200 at one time. That was a lot. Back then, 200 bucks would get, month of groceries, 3 weeks of groceries easy for 4 boys. You know what I mean? So for them to spend that kind of money for us was a pretty big deal. But I sure would like to have one of them back again. My brother, he had the one that loaded through the butt stock, and I had the one that loaded through the tube. It was tube fed from the top of the barrel. Yeah, pretty cool, fun times. But anyways, yeah, after that, we started hunting the bigger game. You know, we used that squirrel hunting. That's a good way to learn how to deer hunt too. Take your kids squirrel hunting. You know, my stepdad, when he took us squirrel hunting, he taught us to look for all the sign of the squirrel, where they move through the leaves, where they're burying nuts, where they're dropping nut debris out of the tree from eating. You know what I mean? And I'm going to show you guys a little trick I learned when I was a kid too for squirrel hunting. A little call you can make, squirrel call. And it doesn't sound like a squirrel like making calls. This call is made to imitate the sound of a squirrel eating a nut. Okay, so it works really good because squirrels are competitive and always hungry. So if they hear another squirrel eating a nut, they're coming to check it out. And then, you know what that means. So you got to learn how to be the squirrel eating the nut. But I'll show you guys how to make that call one of these days. Not today, but we'll do it. I'll show you. It's pretty easy too. You're going to be like, that ain't going to work. Then you're going to use it. You're going to be like, man, that's the best thing I ever put in my pocket for free. Yeah, you can make it with just about anything. All right, so, well, not just about anything, but yeah, you'll see. But, yeah, good times. Learning how to squirrel hunt is definitely a good way to teach your kids how to deer hunt because it teaches them how to look for sign. It teaches them how to be quiet, move slow, and then when they do find the sign, how to set up on that sign and then start watching and paying attention. So, I mean, it's a really good way to help teach youngsters how to deer hunt and turkey hunt too, you know what I mean? But, good times. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it there. Short story, I'm sorry, but, and I just got a little thing I put together here at the end. I just want to let you guys know, I'm still working on stuff, and I wanted to tell that story. I'd made this little clip thing, and I wanted to use it, and I'm like, man, how am I going to use it? And I was like, man, I guess I can tell them about hunting with my little brothers, rabbits, and then hunting them out, and squirrel hunting, and then deer hunting. I don't know. But oh yeah, the platform with the trap. Teach your kids how to squirrel hunt. It'll help them in the future on other hunts with different game. One of the points I want to get across. Oh yeah, I can show you guys this too. So my little brother, the one I was just talking about, so I got two little brothers, but the one right under me, I needed a fire poker for the trailer hood fire pit, right? Trailer hood camp out fire pit. Look at this dude. I get a hold of my little brother. I'm like, hey, tell him what I need. And he brings me this. I can't even, can't remember how long it is. I think he said it's 3 foot long. Might be a little more. Fire poker made out of rebar. Man, he had one of the fellas at his shop throw it together for me. They even painted it. That's going to help, the paint. And then I was like, well, I got this little fold-up stove. I kind of need a poker for it too. He showed up with this one. Oh yeah, this is little enough I can put in my backpack, you know what I mean? This will work good, I think. This will be nice. But they must have run out of paint. This one didn't get painted. But I think I'm going to get some of that fluorescent orange spray paint. Just, you know, paint the stuff that's not going to get hot and burn the paint off. And then that way I can find it when I set it on the ground, because I don't want to lose it. I like it. It's pretty cool. Thanks, little brother, and all the guys that made it and was involved in making it, or the one guy or whatever. Thanks, everybody. Oh yeah, the shelf trap. That's in progress. Waiting on the weather to kind of, you know, clear up. Setting it up in thunderstorms and 90-degree weather. It's just not a good idea. What else? Somebody loves you and cares about you. Don't forget about that. Remember, if something's bringing you down, squatch it. Don't sweat the little stuff. Keep on keeping on, because it's going to get better. I promise you. Got to keep on climbing. Okay? Don't be a quitter. Ask for help. Call a friend. 988. Call them. All right, so I hope you guys enjoy this little clip. Catch you on the flip side. Peace.